I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Play that louder now, because we don't get to hear that often. Say it louder. I think you are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me. Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, man.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy.
I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
Yes, in that order. Hello, Palace. Welcome, everybody. We are live in the Palace on a Wednesday night, and this is probably a very unusual treat. Thank you, Dorothy Redden, for letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Y'all, you know, typically we do our Wednesday morning corporate segment, and we go on about our business. We go on about our business over here. But listen, there's a couple of topics that are floating around on social media as it relates to Love and Marriage Huntsville, floating around on YouTube as it relates to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'm busy working on my other content, right? So that I can continue to bring you guys, you know, just kind of serve it up, dish it up, serve it up at what we do. So listen, a couple of you got in my inbox and you wanted me to cover a couple of things. And I am not going to cover the destiny and the liberic of it all. Not just yet. I feel like people are out there and they're covering it. So there's really no need for me to cover it unless I see or I can hone in on something that nobody's touched on. I'm not sure I'm going to cover that just yet. We shall see. We shall overcome, honey, over here in the Palace. But what I did cover, what I am going to cover is something that I think y'all missed, something that I think went way over y'all's heads as it relates to Martell Holt in the recent clip that has hit social media via Instagram and OWN Network with the clip of him speaking and talking to Maurice. Can we talk about it? And I sat and I listened to it, and baby, the thoughts just kept coming and coming. And I was like, there you go. Shit, let's talk about it. Let's take it to the Palace, girl. Let's get busy. And that's why we are here tonight. It's time to get funky, baby. And listen, if we hit our super chat goal, we will, if we hit it now. If we hit it, we will be going live right after this. So this will keep me honest. This will keep me to 45 minutes. No, this will keep me to under an hour. And then we'll go behind the wall. If we hit that super chat goal, yes, I'm doing a super chat goal. Yes, I will. Just because, right? Just for a little incentive and just to have a little fun. And then to give many of you damn, the chat is moving fast, to give many of you time to stand on business. Because sometimes you all can't come up here and really say what you want to say. You know, sometimes panels can be a lot. But if we hit that goal, we going behind the wall, honey. I will shut this down as promised, and we're going to take it behind the wall. And I'm going to let y'all say what the hell you want to say. That's it. That's all. Period. Point blank. Hey, Francois, I see you, baby. Shout out to my moderators, Linda Gamble and Toot Latrice, working so hard. We appreciate you. And shout out to my supplemental moderator, Daryl the Simp God. Every now and then he'll drop in to make sure we got things right. Make sure y'all listen. We may have some trolls tonight. I'm standing on business. We may have some trolls tonight. So Toot Latrice and Linda Gamble, do your thing. You know, I'm okay. Listen, let me explain something about the Palace real quick before I jump in. You do not have to agree with me, because I'm damn sure not going to agree with you. And a lot of people get in their feelings behind me and how I conduct my argument. Because to me, panels are for debating and pushing and expanding. And some people don't like that. You do not have to come up here and agree with me. I think that's boring. I think that's really boring when I see panels that are scared to push. And okay, I agree with you. You're so right. Shit, maybe I'm not. And maybe you're not. And I'm going to say something. I expect you to say something. That's it. That's all. Leave it on the panel. I do. Leave it on the panel. I do. That's it. That's all. I expect you to come up here and push back. I expect you to stand strong. I'm gonna stand strong. I'm gonna push. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I'm gonna have a hell of a good time. That's what we're here for. That's what the people came to see. Damn, that's it. Listen, y'all ready? Are y'all ready to get into this? I am. And should I decide, all right, the palace prince is in the building. We see you, Terrell. Should I decide to open up the panel? Because I don't know. I've been getting some weird ass vibes lately. And you know, I'm like, maybe I'll pull back. Maybe I'll pull back. Because this Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff, well, you know what? We finna start out with that. I think sometimes with Love and Marriage Huntsville, the crowd, the problem, the challenge with the crowd is y'all expect everybody to agree. Y'all expect the whole panel to agree. Y'all expect the platform, the person that's running the platform. If you're a content creator, you already know what time it is. Our job is to entertain the people. Our job is to have a hell of a good time on the panel. It gets kind of boring after a while when people can predict what you're going to say, when people can predict who you're going after. You know, our job is to massage the dialogue, to take it to a place that it ain't been before. And sometimes that can be a very pushy argument. As long as we ain't just out of control and we having a good time, we know what it is. That's what it is. That's what it's about. That's what it's all about. But lately, I've been feeling like, you know what? Sometimes it ain't worth it. Either way, whether you have a whole panel that agrees with you or people that get in their feelings after the panel. Because what are we really talking about if we ain't coming up here to really stand on business and talk and say, nah, this is what I'm thinking. To me, that's good. That's a good dialogue. Shit, where you come from? I like that. And that's just how I am. That's just how I roll. That's what I like. Sharpshooters. That's it. That's all. But I kind of feel like some of y'all been in y'all feelings behind these panels, and we can feel it. We can feel it. And it makes me want to say, don't open up your panel. Don't open up your panel no more, Queen Sheba. Just do it. Rock out by yourself. If they gonna take it off the panel, if people gonna be up and down about what was said on the panel, shit, don't open it up. You got it. You started off doing pre-recorded. You got it. You can run that touchdown. That's it. That's it, y'all. That's how panels work. And another thing about panels, if the panel is cooking and they are really going there and you want in and they tag you in, stay on topic. Stay on topic. When they give you the handoff for the baton, and if it's a 4x1 going on the panel, don't run out of the lane. Keep the momentum going. Keep the flow going. Otherwise, don't come up. And I'm not talking about I'm just saying that's just the housekeeping items for how panels work. Otherwise, you deflate the conversation. You kill the vibe. I'm not saying don't come up, but knowing that if you're asking for the baton, come on in, cook, go. All right. I just had to say that because I've been noticing. Thank you. Kicking it with Courtney says, stay on topic. I be in the bushes. I go from sometimes I listen and panels be cooking. Y'all do. You know, whether it's a people I disagree with, and y'all be cooking. And then you'll see somebody getting their feelings. And you can tell they in their feelings by their behaviors post-panel. Or you come in and you derail the entire conversation. Go with it if you're going to tag yourself in. Come in hot. Come in hot. Stand on business. That's it. Other than that, and I just wanted to give those housekeeping items to subscribers because a lot of times y'all don't know. But if you become a content creator, you will learn very quickly. It's easier said than done. That's it. That's all. I'm ready to get into it. Are y'all ready to get into it? I am. So listen. For those of you that are out there doing a hell of a job as content creators, keep up the good work. It's not easy dealing with different personalities, trying to manage your shit, and then giving people the opportunity, seeing the chat, trying to monitor the chat. You got haters, you got lovers, you got people. It's all. So for those of you that are out there doing your thing, keep doing a good job because it's not easy. I salute all of you. God bless you. Keep up the good work. I see you. I see you. With that being said, let me shift on over to my super chats, and then we're gonna get into business tonight. I'm just warming y'all up But here we go, baby. Money, 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 money comes to me.
Money,
flowing
money, money, money
effortless.
comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
All right. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly, baby. The first one to put down in the palace was Prophetess None One, coming through with a 2-piece and a pepper. She says, good evening, Queen Sheba and mods and palace. Good evening to you, Prophetess None One. We see you, baby. Let's see. Star Child coming through with a 2-piece and a pepper with a super sticker. We see you. Thank you, Miss Beverly. All Netta back. Member for 12 months. She says the palace is a good time. We appreciate it. Dr. Hicks 21. Hey, girl. Hey. Coming through with a 20-piece and a pepper says, hey, Queen Sheba, to Linda in the palace. We appreciate you, Dr. Hicks. Thank you for coming through, girl. Now see, here y'all go with these. Shanae. Just Shanae coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper says, love you and let it cook. We're going to try tonight. We're going to see what we can do and what we can come up with. And with that being said, I think I am going to shift real quick. I want to play this clip. I want to play the clip that sparked the live that we're having tonight. And then I'm going to get into business and kind of share with you what I came up with. Y'all ready? All right, let me remove. Give me 1 second. Let me remove my overlay and we're going to get into business. I am going to share my screen. I think I'm ready. Hold on. We got to remove this super chat. All right, here we go. Present. All right, let me know when y'all can see my screen. We're going to get this party started, baby. We're going to get this party started. It's a lot of things going on with Love and Mirror Tunnsville. Don't be fooled. It's a lot of things going on with Love and Mirror Tunnsville, and I want to talk about them. And tonight I want to focus specifically. I'm going to start off focusing specifically on Martell Holt, and then I'm going to shift it. I'm going to shift it a little bit. Thank you for letting me know you can see it. All right, here we go. Here we go.
It's tough. And we ain't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me, you know what I'm saying? But it just seemed like we cheating them out of a lot. Just by not having that alliance being right there together, you know? I think about that often. It's gonna make you a little emotional when you see them come down the aisle and all the love that you see 30 years in.
You're right, man.
Yeah. It's tough. You're right. Yeah. Damn.
Mel and I not having any interaction, not even speaking, that always bothers me. When we got married, I never would have thought that we would be in this space at a place like this, vows being renewed. If anything, I would have thought that would have been us.
It's tough. And we ain't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me, you know?
Martel is a damn lie, and he don't realize he's a lie. He a damn lie, and he don't realize he's a lie. I want to play it one more time. And I just want you to listen very closely to what he first said, because I ain't hear nobody talking about it. Listen to what he first says very carefully. I'm going to stop. I'm going to tag myself in. I'm going to take the baton, and I'm going to run the curve. Is that okay with you?
It's tough. And we ain't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me, you know what I'm saying?
If we didn't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me. Let me run it again. It's tough. If we didn't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me.
It's tough. And we ain't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's all. All right, let's get into it. Martel is a damn lie. Let me tell you what's happening right here. This is the story of Martel and Medusa. And if you understand anything about the goddess and the myth, the Greek goddess, Medusa, it's a story of a dangerous beauty. See, when the story reached us as Americans and Westerners, you know Medusa as being a woman with a head of snakes, right? A woman, the crazy snake lady who turned people into stone. But they rarely talk about how Medusa became Medusa. So this is a story of Martel and Medusa. Before Medusa became a snake, y'all sleeping with the enemy. Come on now. Before Arion became a snake, let's take you back. Medusa. Before Medusa became a snake, she possessed a level of beauty, a dangerous beauty, enough to get a nigga to leave his entire family, to abandon his wife and kids. A dangerous beauty, right? We don't hear that part. We hear the latter part, the outcome of the beauty. We hear the latter part about just the woman with the head of snakes. But let me back you up a little bit and bring you to how Medusa came to be. Medusa was a woman that possessed a certain level of beauty. And if we can be fair, let's talk about it. When we first learned, or it came to us, when Arion became public and wanted to be seen. Follow me very closely. Men get caught for cheating, not because they're stupid and they're dumb and they don't know how to cheat. You know how niggas get caught for cheating? Because the hoes get tired of sitting in the background. The women get tired of sitting in the background. Therefore, I'm going to pick up your phone. I'm going to pick up my phone. I'm going to call your wife's phone. And I'm going to say, put Martel on the phone. Up until then, Melody had no clue that Martel had stepped outside of his house. For years, he had been outside. Melody had no clue. And the reason why Melody had no clue is not because Martel was dumb. It's because he did everything he needed to do by way of cheating, being slick, conning, deceiving, a liar, cheater. It was until Medusa got tired of being hidden and Medusa blew up the spot. When bitches are ready to come out, they're going to come out to let you know. So men don't get caught cheating because they're dumb. Actually, they're not. It's because the bitches get tired of being hidden. So what happened is Medusa came out after he indulged in her beauty for a number of years. And she picked up the phone and she said, let me speak to him. Boom. That's when the clock started ticking. Now we're all involved. Now I've blown up your spot. I just wanted to give you that little bit of educational component regarding cheating. Stop saying men are dumb. They're not. The woman comes out of hiding. So Medusa was a very beautiful girl. And if we could all be real, when Arion decided to pop up and show a nigga on her social media, when we saw her before she opened her mouth, if we can keep it real, most of us were like, okay, I don't know who she is, but she's not a what? Bad looking woman. It wasn't until she started opening her mouth and spitting that poison that her looks changed from beauty to Medusa, a snake. Not only a snake to Melody and that family, but now we can see, fast forward today, by all of the recordings that she did with the original Straight No Chaser, a snake to Martel, a friend to no one, self-serving, a demonic sexual spirit. Can I keep going? Can I keep going? This may take me a little while, but I'm going somewhere with it. So when we talk about Medusa, Medusa was actually a dangerous level of beauty. Men craved her. Men wanted her sexually. And what happened is when she couldn't be had, a man back in the Greek days, right? The Greek goddess, the myths of it all, he took her sexually. And as a result, a curse was put on her. And that's how she became, with a head full of venomous snakes and eyes that could turn you to stone. So when you think about snakes and the behavior of snakes, they hiss, they slither on their bellies. You can't tame a snake. And that's why I refer to her as Medusa. Martel will never be able to tame this snake. Martel has indeed gotten in bed with a Jezebel, and I'm going to break it down for y'all. Martel, let me start with Arion. Arion, listen to me very closely. Martel is not your husband, and you are not his wife, even if y'all marry. Let me say it again. Even if you are married, or even if he marries you, he is not your husband, and you're not his wife. Let me tell you why. There has to be some blood shed, not in the physical sense. Follow me very closely. There has to be some blood shed for the harm that you've done to that family, Medusa, and the harm that you continue to do, Medusa. Not in a literal sense, but in a spiritual sense when I'm talking bloodshed. And it doesn't matter, y'all. that said Martell fucked up his own family. It don't matter. Watch me. Follow me very closely. It does not matter if Martell was a willing participant in the affair, because his first covenant that he established was with God when he pledged his love for Melody under oath. With this ring, I thee wed. Let me stop. So if Martell marries her, he's not her husband and she's not his wife, because he violated the first covenant that he made with Melody when he pledged to God with this ring under oath, I thee wed. For as the scripture reads, y'all, Matthew 19, 4-6, and he answered and said to them, have you not read that he who made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, for this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. Where are you going with this, Queen Sheba? Just keep following me. So then they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let not man separate. This is a union, Medusa, that you violated. They were one. Martell was saved under the cloak of his wife being a believer and a lover of Christ. Go back, fact check me, rewind the tapes. Hold on, because y'all not ready for this level of conversation. I just wanted it to take it to a different place that we haven't taken it before as it relates to all things Love and Marriage Huntsville. I just didn't want to come and cook the same way that we cooked before. I wanted to really get down to business, Black people, because we out of order. We out of order. When Martell was on my show, he tried to take credit for what Melody was brought up under. And that's with her being raised in the church and the prayers of her mothers and her ancestors that have protected her and granted her overwhelming favor. Go back and roll the tapes. You hear him. So when he met Melody, she was covered by those that preceded her, her mom, her aunts, her father, her brothers. You get what I'm saying? So she was protected by God. Where are you going with this? Therefore, what God has joined together, let no man separate. She was protected by God, and God, the word says, for vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. That's why I said, Ariane, even if he marries you and you marry him, he's not your husband and you're not his wife. There must be a level of bloodshed. I'm going to go different. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. For vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. Ariane will carry both herself and Martell into destruction. You're seeing it right now. You don't understand what's happening. I do. It's the beginning of destruction. Medusa, snakes. A snake that'll lie with you. Fuck on you. Eat your booty hole. Let you eat hers. And then jump on a call and talk about you like a fucking dog. That's a snake. Medusa. And what you're seeing, even though it seems entertainment, is the beginning of destruction. Medusa. This nigga done laid down with a snake. This nigga done laid down with a snake that cannot be trusted. Erica Marie, you feel me? Got him. Listen, hold on. Just like she's willing to betray him by corrupting that family, she's going to betray him as an individual man. And just like Ariane willingly and voluntarily carried her ass into that marriage, she has no idea what she is about to go up against. She has no idea. Because I think somebody said now she's hoping and wishing for a husband. So just like people are saying, well, Martell voluntarily walked his ass into that affair. So did she. So did she. So there was another covenant established outside of the marriage, right? So watch this. Deuteronomy 32, 34-36. Is this not laid up on in store with me, sealed up among my treasures? Vengeance is mine and recompense. Recompense, y'all, is compensation. Watch this. Vengeance is mine and recompense. Their foot shall slip in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things to come hastened upon them. God hasn't even begun to compensate Melody, recompense. And let me tell you why. He hasn't even begun to touch her head to compensate her for the harm, the betrayal, and the fuck shit she had to go through with Ariana and Martell. Why do you say that? Because what you're seeing happening in real time for Melody is the labor and the work that she's put forth for herself. Don't confuse it for me hating. I'm not hating. The 7th Avenue Beauty, the success of 7th Avenue Beauty is the fruits of her labor. God hasn't even begun to touch her to compensate her for her troubles. And the reason why I say it's the fruits of her labor is because she has to maintain it. And if she doesn't wake up to maintain it, the wheel stops turning. What does that mean? Oh, but God, baby, hold on. Once God gets involved, she ain't got to do nothing but sit back and relax. Right now, she has to maintain the fruits of her labor, right? And that's not a bad thing. I'm just trying to show you to be on the lookout when God truly enters the picture, and then the vengeance and the recompense will take place. You're starting to see just a little bit of it with the snakes on the head and Medusa running her mouth, out of control, can't stop herself, and even who sets up their lover to meet with the blogger with an agenda? Who set, and listen to me very closely, I would never set my husband up to meet with somebody to help me to get my husband to do something that I want. Are y'all following me? No pun intended. I'm talking about the woman. Who sets up their lover for a dinner that he don't know what's about to hit him? He doesn't know the agenda. They're scheming in the background. A Medusa, a Jezebel will. Hold on. What Melody has are the fruits of her labor, but it's simply a head start, folks. It's something she has to jump in, something, in my opinion. Now, that don't make me right. What you see Melody doing, to me, is something that she had to jump into to save herself from drowning. What you mean, Queen Sheba? I'm trying to tell y'all, as long as Melody was attached to that show and is attached to that show, she was still attached to Martel and those demonic forces that come with him. Medusa, the offspring, the demonic spirits, the friends of the demonic spirit, the demonic spirits, the associations, the entities, the environments, the producers, the castmates, the member, all of that. That's his shit. The hate. Let me pause. So as long as she remains attached to the show, she remains attached to the demonic forces that come with him. Melody has never, in my opinion, truly isolated herself from Martel post-divorce. And you can see that because she still works with Martel, be it directly or indirectly. She still works with him. They are still in a same workplace. It's no different than being in a brick and mortar. Yeah, you may be on the 10th floor and he's on the 5th, but the fact of the matter, the spirit is still within the walls of the corporation, okay? She will have to separate herself 1000% in order for God to be able to step in and sort this mess out. And that's why I said what y'all are seeing in real time is the beginning of destruction when it comes to Arion and Martel, but also what you're seeing in real time as it relates to Melody and the success of 7th Avenue Beauty is what we call a head start and the fruits of her labor, because God forbid if she can't make it to ship out those orders tomorrow, the wheel stops turning. That's not a bad thing. I'm just using it as an illustration when you need to watch for God to truly 1000% enter the picture and take over. Watch this. I said she will have to separate herself from the show in order for God to come in, because God cannot exist in the same place as evil. And we know there's a lot of shit that's attached to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Look how it spills over to YouTube. Look how it spills over to the darkness and the evilness and people going out of their fucking minds on YouTube behind this show. The jealousy, the envy, the covetousness, just the volatile behaviors, the courts, the lawsuits, the threatening, the doxing. You see the spillover. So we know there's an entity that exists. It cannot be denied. I just gave you a lot of examples. I started with the cast. And then I gave you other examples that show up on social media. Can I keep going? I don't want to leave nobody behind. But if y'all would just let me go. I really wanted to talk about this in a way that ain't nobody talking about it. And they say if you throw a rock in the crowd, somebody gonna holler. See, we get up and we entertain, but I want to break it down for you so you can start to know when the shift is happening. And now we know Medusa has really become Medusa because now she's betraying her lover. She's betraying her lover. Give me 1 second. Now, I said, in my opinion, I really gave this a lot of thought today, that Melody's going to have to separate herself 1000% for God to be able to step in and sort this mess out. That means carry you to the finish line. She ain't at the finish line yet for the simple fact she's still on the show. But on the flip side of that, God is not a respecter of persons. So she will also have to keep her own hands clean in the scheme of things because God is not, what I just say, a respecter of persons. What we see happening right now in real time is a force out. Y'all been talking about it for months. Is Melody being forced out the show? Are they trying to push her out? Is she being forced out of her own home? Listen to me closely. Some of you believe it's by the cast. I believe it's by God. And anytime God has to force you out of anything means that you've overstayed your welcome and you have been here too long, y'all. And overstaying means that you should have left a while ago. You know what? I can end right now. So if there's a force out, can we assume? Okay, let me keep going. Y'all, let me keep going. I've told you a while that I've observed with Martell Holt that he has a delayed response to things since his divorce from Melody. And it's all by design. He did not have a delayed response. He was as sharp as a tack. Go back, watch the previous seasons. He was sharp. But since his divorce, he seems to have a delayed response to things. And it's all by design. God has delivered Martell over to the desires of his own heart. What do you mean? Sometimes God will give you over to the shit that you want the most if it's outside of him. It's called free will. Now you see him drowning in his free will. God has handed him over to everything he wanted. The nastiness, the oral sex, the freak shit in the bed. God let him have it all. So now what you're seeing in this clip I just played, 5 years, now you're responding? 5 years, nigga, after sleeping with Medusa, it just hit you oops upside the fucking head? A delayed response. God gave you over to yourself 10 years ago. You see that delayed response? You see that delayed response? But watch this. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. And what you're witnessing right now is him drowning in his own desires. What Martell's saying, y'all, is gibberish. It's like a wayward man. It's like a drunk man. When you be like, here we go. What the fuck? It's like, what is it called? Slurring. He's slurring in the spirit, in the spiritual realm. It's gibberish. It doesn't make any sense. Martell doesn't know what to say because his brain and his mind have become discombobulated. That's why it doesn't make sense. You just saying this 5 years later? He's discombobulated. And it's not supposed to make sense to you or me. It's not supposed to make sense to us. It's almost like the mind of a man that's going insane. And what you're witnessing in real time is the Medusa effect, the Jezebel effect. He's being eaten alive from the inside out by Ariane Curry, aka Medusa. You heard her say he's scared of me. You heard her say he's scared of me. He's being eaten alive by that Jezebel demonic sexual spirit. Martell Holt laid down with a real life demonic sexual demon. And if you don't believe they're real, baby, I don't know what to tell you. She's devouring him from the inside out. And the only way a demon can take over is, honey, if you invite them in, and he invited her in. He invited that Jezebel spirit into his life. And not only that, I'm finna piss some people off. He's like the prodigal son. He's eating pig squalor right now. He is. His life has diminished right before his eyes, and he doesn't even know it yet, with a strong emphasis on yet, okay? He knows something is off, and he's talking about it with the therapist, and he's talking about it with Maurice. But as you can see, he can't come up with the right words, y'all. Come on. I'm trying to break it down. He cannot seem to come up with the right words. You see it taking place. You tune into Love and Marriage every Saturday. You're like, what is he talking about? He knows something is happening. He just can't put his finger on it. And I'm going to tell you, he knows. And what's happening is y'all call it an obsession with melody. Y'all said he's obsessed. He wants melody back. No, let me tell you what he wants back. What he's actually yearning for is the covering of Christ, because his wife was his covering. I'm just coming. Listen, his wife, you ain't got to be a Christian the word is the word. You can pick up that book to validate your commentary. What he's yearning for is the covering of Christ. His wife was his covering. So when y'all say it's not melody that he wants, it's her money. No. It's none of that. It's the security and the safety and the promises of God that he had when he was married to Melody. Can I cook? He was untouchable because she was his covering. Can we dig just a little bit deeper? And I just may open up my panel. If you go to Ephesians 5:22-24, it says, wives, submit ye to your own husbands as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, as also Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, just as the church is subject to Christ, so let the wives be their own husbands and everything. Listen, when Martel voluntarily chose to abandon ship, and he left his wife for another woman, and yes, he did. He left his wife first. Listen to me. That's what I mean. I'm about to piss some of y'all off. When he chose to abandon his rightful ordained leadership in the home as a man, he left when he committed that affair. Melody left first by way of a formality of a divorce, but he left. Melody formalized the separation and a divorce, but he left first. He abandoned his covering. Yes, he did. He gave up his covering. So technically, he left her first to go lay down with a Jezebel demonic spirit. Now, she filed for the divorce, but he was gone for a number of years before she physically kicked him out of the covenant. Okay? Keep following me. But as soon as he decided to have that affair, he left his wife, y'all. He left his family. He left. Make no mistakes about it. And when he left, that's when he lost the privilege to the spiritual leadership that a man normally receives under the guide of marriage, under the umbrella of marriage. Okay. Watch what I'm about to say. When he left, God took away his leadership. Oh, God took away his leadership, not only in that home, but everywhere else. I'm going to break it down for you. His leadership was revoked the day he decided to lay down with Arion. It was. Martel will never be demonstrated, mark my words today, January 22nd. Martell Holt will never be demonstrated or highlighted in a leadership role ever again. Do you hear me? He has proven not only to God, but to himself that he's not capable of it when he abandoned his family as a protector. And as Christ loves the church, he abandoned his family to lay with the harlot. He abandoned his family to lay with the demon. It's almost like Satan getting kicked out of the heavens. That's like a direct challenge to God himself. That's all I'm saying. I'm just breaking it down from a different level. Let me keep going. So he demonstrated on the spiritual level, and I'm not talking to those of you that have not gotten married in the church. I'm only talking and breaking this down for those of you that got the audacity to pick up a fucking Bible and vow to a covenant that you have no intentions of keeping. You cannot cheat life. There's not a cheat. Listen, I'm telling you, but I'll keep going. He will never be highlighted in a leadership role ever again. And you can mark my words. Watch this. Let me say it one more time. He left his family as a protector, as Christ loves the church. He abandoned his family to lay with a harlot, and there he shall lay. Did you hear what I just said? And there he shall lay. What you mean, Queen Sheba? Until the day he dies. Wait, girl, Queen Sheba, hold on. Until the day he dies, she will rule over him. He will come to resent her in every aspect because there is something, or this is something, he will never be able to get away from, that demonic sexual energy. She will rule over him. She's already ruling over him. He will come to resent her. She will hunt him down. You heard her. And she will follow him by way of her presence and her influence until the day he dies. Fact check me. In what aspect have she ever stopped talking for the good of the family? The good of her lover, the good of her son. Let's leave the other kids out. When has she ever stopped talking? The good of his job, the good of his boss. Everything that he's touched, she's trying to destroy, including the way he puts food on the table for her son. She will hunt him down and follow him by way of her presence and by way of her influence until the day he dies. She has not, and she will not stop talking. She's a curse, a demonic curse, if you ask me, to him sexually. She came here to steal, kill, and destroy, and he invited her in. He invited her in. Now, here's the part I'm about to lose some of y'all because y'all feel like she shows no remorse. She don't show no remorse. That disrespectful. She this and she that. She talking about them kids. Listen, let me tell you something about a Jezebel spirit. A spirit that comes to steal, kill, and destroy. She ain't never pretended to be something she ain't. Ariane knows her place. She's recognized her place here in all of this. And that's why a lot of you will never get it. I'm sorry. She ain't said she's sorry because she's not sorry. And even if she is sorry, she's not. It's a wrap. Martel is gone. He's out of here. He's been swallowed. He's been devoured. It is a wrap. And when he mentioned maybe, let me play it again one more time so I can break this part down. Watch this. And this is why I say it's a wrap. She swallowed him. He lay down with a demonic sexual entity. This is why I know he's gone.
It's tough. And we ain't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me, you know.
When he said, if we didn't have all those kids, it would be easier for me. Y'all, that's speaking curses upon your kids. They're here now. It would be easier for me if we didn't have all of them. It would be easier for me. Who opens up their mouth to curse the presence of their kids? And I don't mean curse by way of profanity. That is a curse upon the mere existence upon your kids. He don't know he's doing it. That's why I say she's devoured him down to the core. For he speak curses upon his kids that we will and can and shall rebuke. Maybe if we didn't have all of them. They're here now. It would be easier for me. He didn't say it would be easier for us. He said it would be easier for me. You know what? I'm about to get up off this live. That, what he just said, is not a demonstration of remorse. That is not a demonstration of regret. That is not a demonstration of selflessness. I wish I could have done things different. That is a demonstration of me. Similar to the same spirit that he's intertwined with. Melody not speaking to him makes him feel like, y'all ready? Melody not speaking to him makes him feel like the peasant that he called Ariane. Do y'all understand what's happening? Melody took you from the pig squalor, the pig's pen. She cleaned you up. She put teeth in your mouth. She sent you to a dentist. She put you in a suit. So her not speaking to you makes you feel like the peasant that you are, which is why it was so easy for him to find the words and the term for Arion. And people say they just alike. Yeah, both peasants. So when Melody isn't speaking, he feels less than, lower than. He feels like he did when he first met her, undeserving. Let me get off this live. And that's why it bothers him. It has nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with privilege, class, access, and the favor of God. In my opinion, bitch, Arion reminds me of the Greek goddess Medusa. That's it. That's all. I just wanted to break it down like that for y'all. They say keep going. They say keep going. I know. I just wanted to break it down. I sat down and God did listen. I'll be like, okay, let me get my notes out. I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. And that's all this is. Y'all seeing spiritual warfare happening in real time. But I wanted to give it to you from a different perspective, outside the shits and the giggles and the kiki and the ha-ha of it all. You see what I'm saying? You're seeing what's symbolic of a prodigal son. You left your home because you didn't get your way. You left your home because Melody says something you didn't like. Who does that? Who abandons the kingdom over a fucking hissy fit, a temper tantrum? And let me tell you something about human nature. When people get pissed off with you and call themselves not fucking with you or not talking to you, I'm going to cheat on you. Let me tell you something. You're only as good as your last deed, because in the moment where they decide, for whatever reason, you did something they didn't like, everything good is erased from their memory. And in order to hate you, to shade you, to not be attached to you, to not come back home, to whatever they gonna do, they focus on the one thing. And the only story that nigga could tell is that night she was in bed doing work, closing out work orders. Listen to me, closing out property preservation work orders so that they would get paid on time. You know what he wanted to do? He wanted to party. And if you understand how property preservation works, I do, because I'm involved in property preservation. As soon as you get those orders in, you get paid. So if you have a family of 3 or 4, what the fuck are we partying for when we haven't closed out these work orders? What are we going to party for when we have not been responsible? So Melody opted out the party in order to be responsible as a wife to keep the household running financially. And he decided, I am going to abandon my wife because she don't want to go to the party with me. I'm going to go by myself. And not only that, I'm going to say something on my way out the door. And he turns back and he looks at her and he says, I'm going to go get me a girlfriend. That ain't the story that Melody told. Martel told that. Because you're working and being obedient to the commitment that we made with the banks and the investors via property preservation, I'm going to go get me a girlfriend. And he did. And that same night, he slept with Medusa. And his life has never been the same. Yeah, that's what happened. That's it. That's all. And what you're seeing in real time are the repercussions of very delayed. You see how God, sometimes it's not immediate. Sometimes it's not immediate. But one thing about them tables, baby, they will always turn. So now what you're seeing is real time. And it seems, it's entertaining, but you got to look at it from a different angle. You say, oh shit, we are actually getting to witness what devastation and destruction looks like. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot and say, everybody cheat, everybody this. Okay, you still gonna get tapped if you got married in the church. You still gonna get tapped. You still made a covenant. Just because everybody doing it does not excuse us from the vow and the oath that you took. And I may not see it today. I may not see it tomorrow. And listen, be in the world, not of it. Be careful. Because Black people cheat every day. People get divorced every day. People do it every day. Okay, Black folks, get some damn morals about yourself. Stand back on your square. And that's what happens. His life will never be the same. He will never hold another leadership position. That girl will follow him into the day he dies. And I mean that literally and figuratively. Her presence, she's going to haunt him. She's going to tear up any new marriage he has. She's going to do it again and again and again and again. She came to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's what she's going to do. And with that being said, baby, listen, listen, baby, hold on. That's it. That's all.
Bro, I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about
Kill it. I get angry. Bro, I don't want to.
Listen, I get angry. I don't feel like what Funky Don even say. I don't feel no ways tired. I'm sitting back, I'm watching it. And for anybody that participated in it, come what may. Come what may. Listen, let me go to my damn super chats. Lord, forgive me, Father.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
All right, that's a lot of money. I'm going to open up the line real quick. If we met, I think I'm going to go to members only after this. I think we're going to tear it up and eat it up in members only. I'll take like 5 people. If you want to come up real quick, I'm going to bring you up one by one and drop you. Fruit Gummy coming through, baby, with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, Melody is going through the pressing process. Come on, Fruit Gummy. Olives are crushed to produce oil. And just like the olive, Melody has been pressed so that God can bring her oil to full fruition. God has her. Amen. Denise, aka 1908, gifted one Queen Sheba Darling membership. Listen, if you just got a message that you became a member to the palace, y'all better come back there and run back there tonight. Thank Denise. She did that for you. Everyday Ebony coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper says, listen to Queen, especially if you're in your 20s and 30s. The wisdom here is deep and you have time to change your life just by seeing through the bullshit. Listen, I honed in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. I see y'all backstage. I'm going to bring you up. I got y'all. I got you covered. Hang in there. All right. Erica Wallace coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper says she's a serpent. Yes. Say it. Sexy Diva coming through with a 5-piece super sticker. We appreciate you. Jessica Sophia coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper. Jessica says coleslaw. Thought she was getting Mel's prize, but low-key ended up with Mel's problem. Girl, that's a praise dance. Somebody got a tambourine? Jessica, that could preach. Monique Watkins coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper says, you better preach, Queen. Listen, Jessica just preached the house down. I'm going to let her have it tonight. Prophetess Nun One coming through with a 2-piece and a pepper says, you are so right, Queen. Thank you. Prophetess coming back. She got that money, y'all, with a 2-piece and a pepper says, you better say it. Listen, I think I went through them all. Oh, we got another one. Only Me. One Kind coming through with a 20-piece super sticker. Thank you. Kamaya Brown, y'all. Kamaya standing on business. She just gifted one of you a Queen Sheba Darling membership. Thank Kamaya. Q Catrice, member for 15 months, said, preach, Queen. I have chills listening to this word. Tree W coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper. This is a word. Let's pray that Martel hears this. Listen, he don't want this. He don't want that kind of work. Vashti coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper says, you are the GOAT, Queen. I appreciate it. Philly Girl for Life coming through with a 20-piece and a pepper says, passing the collection plate, Queen. You are preaching a word. Aunt B, thank you. Coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper says, damn, that's deep, Queen. I appreciate you. Melissa Holt coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper says, damn. Listen, we going to members only. Y'all stand by. Kia M coming through with a 10-piece. Nothing left to discuss, Queen. You said it all. I'll take it, Kia. Renita D gifted one Queen Sheba Darling membership. We're going to see y'all behind the wall. Side Eye Sage 7 coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper says, Queen, you spoke the truth. When you break a covenant and harm what you have been blessed with, God lets you sit in what you chose. I didn't lie. And now I'm going to go to my panelists. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know we got a line back there, so I'm going to ask y'all to keep it short and sweet because I got to get to my members only. All right, here we go. Oh, I think I got everybody. Okay, I got everybody. Let me take off these super chats so I won't be confused for anything coming in here. Give me 1 second, y'all. I like to keep everything in decency and in order. KC, welcome to the stage. You standing on tonight, King?
How are you doing? Queen Sheba, panel,
I feel good.
everybody. You hit it on the head. I've been sitting back waiting for some content creator to recognize this spiritual warfare that's going on. You called it out. You hit it on the head. I don't know what you did to put yourself in position to hear from God the way you hit him. And Mel, she does listen to you, so hopefully she gets this. I know I said on another panelist channel maybe about 2 years ago that once Melody leaves this and quit fighting for something that's no longer hers, which is this show, because Carlos, the head snake, took over it, is no longer her idea, is no longer her vision. Once she get that pride out the way and learn to pray for these heathens that's been out for her, he will release her. And I noticed lately she's been talking about praying for her enemies. So she does have counsel that's getting it through to her. So I hope she gone so that she can go ahead and let the snakes devour themselves. If they choose to repent, so be it. If they don't, we reap what we sow. That's it. That's all. But you hit the nail on the head by calling everything out, even the ones that were laying together, all the men, because they don't hold each other accountable. But yeah, that's all I want to say right now. I can say a lot more, but I don't want the white man to come and get me.
Listen, you could. You know what I like when you say, I don't know what you did for God to download that message to you. You know what? Me neither. You know what I did? I was still today.
That's it.
Today. Go ahead.
He said, be still and know that I am God.
I received that.
And in the stillness, that's when we can hear from him. When we busy, we can't. It's the devil that runs around to and fro, looking whom he may devour. God said, in me you will have peace. Be still and know that I am God. And I'll leave with that.
Thank you, KC. I miss you. I want you to come back around here now.
I listened in. I be in the bushes, but like I say, I've been waiting on someone to really hit it. And you hit it, because sometimes being a male voice with a lot of the females and emotions, and they so caught up with, Martell ain't this, or Desi do this. And I'm like, it's deeper than that, y'all. It's way deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper, but you hit it. I come out when I come out, but I do listen. I do listen and I do hear, and I appreciate not only your wisdom. Your husband is a blessed man. Let me say that. Your husband is a blessed man. You have this intelligence, this wisdom, and you carry it with grace. And I love it. I love it. Especially when you're able to strip down emotional and get to the logical aspect of what it is. It's very rare for a woman to actually really sit in that for a while. So I know your husband is a blessed man to have you at his side.
Wow, I received that. I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. Thank you.
No problem. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm going to drop down.
All right. Thank you so much. Hershey 85, you have the floor.
Good evening, Queen. How y'all doing, Palace?
We doing good. How are you?
I'm good on this good old Wednesday night. I don't have to work. I'm at home. I'm good. Feeling this cold breeze in this Miami weather. It's cold here in Miami, but it's a nice cold. But anyway, it takes me back to when I had placed in your chat about the perfect and permissive will. And that was on Melody's part. But she did take the exit that God provided for her when he said go, she left. Not entirely because she hasn't left the show, but that marriage and what was holding her back, she did that. That was her part. His part, I have to agree with what you said when he abandoned his family, he abandoned his covenant. And it's the same way how Saul lost the kingdom. When the Lord knows that you can't handle something, you was right. I mean, this is biblically. This is Bible. When the Lord sees that you cannot handle something that he has given you, because the Bible specifically says, when a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing and receives favor from the Lord. So when he messed over his good thing, he messed over his favor. That's why I keep saying every time I talk about this, when Melody left, the favor left. Because the favor lies with the wife. It always lies with the wife, whether it's in the Lord's perfect will or permissive will. When you decide to make someone your wife, men, that we women are the favor. So when Melody left, the favor left. That's why I say even the moisture left. He looked ashy. He never has looked moisturized ever since she left again. When has he looked moisturized? And you said it's right before our eyes. It is right before our eyes. And all over a woman. All over a woman. And that's just and this is just through history. This ain't just started with Martell. I mean, Samson lost his strength over a woman. I mean, David lost a lot over strange women. Solomon over strange women, not just women, strange women. And Ariane was just strange. She's been strange. She is strange. She will forever be strange. She came from a strange mama. So you was just right. I just had to come out the bushes with that because you was fire tonight. I just had to give that to you.
Hershey, thank you. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you coming up, Hershey. I didn't realize I was double muted, so I went in. Thank you, Queen. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, you too. Sexy Diva, I see you, but I can't bring you up because it looks like your device is not connected. So Sexy Diva, go ahead and drop down and try to come up again. I can't bring you up even if I wanted to. You're going to have to reconnect. Okay, and anybody, listen, y'all, we got 2 minutes. Let me go to the next person. Sharon, welcome. You're on mute.
Hello.
Okay, Sexy Diva, you got to drop down. Let me drop you down because your device may be, sometimes it can be, I'm going to kick you from the studio and come back up. Go ahead, Sharon. You got 2 minutes.
All right. To answer, you did a great job. And one of the jobs is when a person who cheats, you actually end your marriage that day. And that is very true. I remember my aunt told me, if don't worry about your man cheating, because the woman always come back and ask you. She will knock on your door, and whatever he tells that woman, she's gonna stay believing to him until she want movement. And she believed the movement, she believed the lies, she will come up to the wife, knock on the door. I said, can you divorce him and sign those papers? Whatever lies he tells her, she's come back in your face and to verify it. And when I saw when people saw the video of them two at the wedding, you could tell that he was looking at her and looking at something. Because again, I doubt they're together that way. But when he was talking, it always going back, his history, going back to back in the time. And I didn't catch it when you said without the kids. I didn't see that. I didn't catch that part. But everything else he was talking about was the past. And then Maurice just bobbing his head up and down, and that's not a good friend, because a friend will tell you, man, that should been sold. That's it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming up, Sharon. And I know you said you didn't catch it, but you caught it now that I replayed it, right?
Yes.
All right. See, that's what we're here for as content creators, to bring you like a different view and a different perspective that maybe you didn't catch the first time around. We appreciate you, Sharon. All right, Ma Mary, welcome to the stage. You got 2 minutes.
Hey, Queen, how you doing, baby?
Hey.
Let me tell you this. You let God use you tonight. You hear me? Now, what I want you to do is plead the blood over your whole family before you go to sleep. Fall on your knees and let them be covered. You hear me? Because Satan is mad at you because you did the work of God. May God bless you, baby, and ever keep you. And you keep doing what you're doing. You hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, well, I don't want to overdo my time. Okay. Love you, Queen, very much.
Thank you, Ma Mary. Thank you. We
Okay,
appreciate you.
okay.
Thank you. All right, y'all. That was Ma Mary. She came up just to bless the palace and bless me, and just said she appreciates the message tonight. Listen, I'm gonna roll the tape one more time, and then we're about to get out of here. We going members only. Hold on, y'all. Members, I got you. Let me put it out there. I have the stream ready to go. Give me 1 second. Hold on, members. Oh, let me do it. Let me do what I said I was gonna do. Hold on, members. I got you. So members only. Soon as we're done, you're going to see a link that pops up. Just go on my page. You're not going to get a notification because we're past the time. I'm going to start it at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to go back there, okay? Give me 1 second. Oh, not this one. I know you lying. Oh, y'all. I got to do it. I thought I had it done. I must. Okay, you know what? Just be looking out. We're going members only. That's all you need to know. I must have accidentally closed out my box. But let me play the clip one more time of what I played tonight. For those of you that are just pulling up, I want you to listen very carefully. Hold on. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Here we go. So I can run it one more time. Because I know some of you said,
but it just seems like we cheating them out of a lot. Just by not having that alliance being right there together, you know? I think about that often. It's gonna make you a little emotional when you see them come down.
I want to start it over. Let me start it over.
It's tough. If we ain't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me, you know what I'm saying? But it just seems like we cheating them out of a lot. Just by not having that alliance being right there together, you know? I think about that often. It's gonna make you a little emotional when you see them come down the aisle and all the love that you see 30 years in. You're right, man. Yeah. It's tough. You're right. Yeah. Damn.
Martell's putting on for the camera, but let's keep going.
Mel and I not having any interaction, not even speaking, that always bothers me. When we got married, I never would have thought that we would be in this space at a place like this.
So every time you lay down with Medusa, you never thought it was going to take you to that place in that space?
Vows being renewed. If anything, I would have thought that would have been us. It's tough.
Well, there you have it. There you have it, folks. So thank you for tuning in to the Palace tonight. This is a very impromptu live. We typically don't go live on Wednesday nights, but you know what? It just hit me so hard. I was like, whoa, this download is coming through. And I wanted to share it just from a different perspective. So let's keep being great over here in the Palace. I thank each and every one of you for your support and just let me be the way I am with little to no judgment. You know what I'm saying? And I promise to keep bringing you quality content. And with that being said, run on over to members only. Give me about 5 minutes to put the link up. I did, but I accidentally deleted it. Thank you, everybody. I will see you behind the wall. That's it. That's all.
You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brady. Fred Sanford, you just left the house of the Lord, and now I'm in my house. All y'all ought to be ashamed drinking like a school of fish. My Bible says, be not drunk with wine. What does it say about scotch? Yes, why'd you go someplace else? Why'd you go ugly up somebody else's house? Who you calling ugly, sucker? You.
Real quick, y'all, I got a few super chats that I got to acknowledge before we leave. Shanda Walker gifted one Queen Sheba Darling membership. If you didn't have one when you walked in here and you're walking out with a gift, please thank Shanda. Thank you, Shanda. Wanda the Nurse Advocate coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper says, thank you for the word Queen. Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Too blessed for you. Gifted somebody else with the Queen Sheba Darling membership. Listen, thank these beautiful ladies for what they're doing. Lady Virgo coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper says, let the church say amen. You spoke nothing but the truth. Thank you. Gwendolyn Crutcher. Thank you, Miss Gwen. Girl, you look cute on your new picture. Coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper says, Queen, in the name of God, this breakdown was needed. Please do more of these breakdowns. Hey, it's my pleasure. Sexy RN coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper says, Martel is reprobate. He stayed in sin so long he cannot even repent. Don't want to. Let's be clear. Terry T Baby for Life just gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Y'all, they coming out. They are blessing you all left and right. If you ain't never had a membership, you do now. Okay. Traveling Grandma gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling membership. Thank you, Traveling G-Ma. I see all of you new members. Y'all better go thank these ladies. Y'all better go thank these ladies. Bama Girl 012, member for 22 months, says, thank you, Queen, for allowing God to use you. Hey, listen, it came to me. I was like, I'm going to share it. Let me go live. And sometimes I don't even want to jump on. That's just the way it is. I'm glad I did. And I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. I think I got everybody. All right. I'll see y'all behind the wall. I got to go, y'all. I'll see you in just a second. Give me 5 minutes to put up the link. I cannot believe I accidentally deleted it. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see y'all in just a second.